This video is about question-answer relationships, or QAR. QAR is a comprehension strategy that can be used when students are struggling to answer questions about the text, when they do not support their answers with evidence from the text, or when their answers come from the extreme ends of the spectrum every time. Let's talk a little bit more about what question-answer relationships are. Taffy Raphael is well known for establishing this theory, and she states that QAR helps students categorize questions according to where and how they find the answer to the questions. The purpose of this strategy is to identify the types of questions asked and how to find the answers to better assist with comprehension. What kind of questions can be asked? The first main category is in the text. The answers to these questions can easily be found in the reading. Within this category, there are right there questions, which use words exactly from the questions and can usually be found in one sentence, and think and search questions. Most people know think and search questions as inferencing, which means using several parts of the text to read between the lines. Second category consists of in my head questions. These questions require more of the student's input. There are author and me questions, which require students to use their background knowledge and the text to answer the question, and on my own questions, which require students to apply their background knowledge to critically think about items beyond the text, but are related to ideas within it. Also need to have available a highlighter, a pencil, and maybe a pen. So, first thing you need to do is read that passage. Alright, after we've read our passage, it's time to use that QAR strategy. First, I'm going to look for any kind of questions that I could answer using just the text. So the right there questions and the think and search questions. So I know that this one, question 5, that will have to be an in my head question, because it asks what I think. And it's talking about something bigger than what I read in the text, and I can apply it to real life. So that means it's an on my own question. The rest of these can be found in the text. So we'll start with what kinds of things are beneficial for organisms. Well, this one is a think and search question because it says the word beneficial, and then in the sentence above it says all organisms need water, food, and shelter to stay alive. So I can write food, water, and shelter are beneficial. Okay, and that took 2 sentences to find. So that's a think and search question. Remember, think and search questions are ones you have to search for. It takes up more than 1 sentence. What kinds of things are detrimental for organisms? Well, it says right here, and we'll underline that in pencil, is that being without water, food, or shelter for very long is detrimental, which means it is harmful to organisms. It says it right there in the text, that being without food, water, and shelter are detrimental. Then we'll answer the last one. You think hunting or relocation is a better solution for oversized animal populations. Why? So, I can't just write without thinking first. I'm going to flip it over and make a mind map. I think that relocation is better. Remember, a mind map is only one way to sort out these kind of questions. I would use my own thoughts in my head to come up with some ideas. And then, with my ideas, I would use those to write my sentence. Now that you have seen some examples, how is it that QAR works? Raphael mentions that it clarifies how students approach the task of reading text and answering questions. It shows students what kind of information to look for while reading and how to answer questions. For example, after practicing the entire strategy, students know that if a question has the word you in it, that is an in my head question. Thank you very much for your kind attention. I hope this video helps you help your student.